Star Wars Battlefront 2 is bigger than ever right now. I know I've said that a lot in the past week or so, but EA just revealed the amount of players that downloaded Battlefront 2 during the Epic Games Store free promo. More than 19 million.
With a million more well on the way.
19 million new players. This is a staggering number. It shows a huge amount of interest in Battlefront 2. So today, I'm going to break down more of Battlefront 2 stats and numbers over the past few months, see how many people are playing and why we've had the spike, and talk about the future of this game. A little later, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Would Battlefront 2 still be as popular as it is today if it was still getting updates?
Possibly.
First of all, I'm actually quite surprised EA went ahead and revealed this number. Must have gotten permission from Epic Games. Usually Epic are more tight-lipped about player counts and you kind of just have Steam charts to get an idea of how many people are playing certain games. But in recent times, EA seem to be quite proud of sharing player stats, and so they should be. The game Battlefront 2 is now in its final form, and its popularity is something to be proud of.
You are strong and wise, Anakin, and I am very proud of you.
I've been playing on PC on and off over the past couple of weeks, and I'm really noticing an increase in players. Not just on PC, but also PS4. Almost every time I've joined a game, I've had no trouble finding a full lobby of players, even in smaller game modes. I played some Hero Showdown the other day for the first time since this game mode came out, and that was on console. Found a game immediately. Are you guys experiencing similar? Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Alright, so today's video is sponsored by Frag Pro Shooter. This is a mobile game with almost 60 million total players, and for something you can just pick up and start playing anytime, I'm impressed. The game is pretty straightforward. You can collect more than 80 characters with customization options and work on your own strategy to destroy the enemy. I really like the payload mode where you and your team escort the cart to the center of the map, kind of like Extraction in Battlefront 2. Really big fan of that mode. Talk about choke points. And the game receives frequent updates with new characters. Here's the latest, Stella, who uses a broom to fly across the map and shoots stars. What else do you need? If you download the game using the link in the description, you'll get some free rewards, even if you already installed the game. So here are some of the Twitch stats for Battlefront 2. These stats are from twitchtracker.com, which is a site that shows the amount of people streaming and watching all games across Twitch. In January, Battlefront 2 hit its all-time peak for the amount of channels streaming Battlefront 2 at 1,530 different Twitch channels. January also had the highest amount of hours watched and total viewers since just after launch in late 2017. The highest numbers since then, since the game came out, which is absurd. The game hasn't received any new content since May last year, and now in January, it's generating new records.
With a million more well on the way.
So with Twitch stats going through the roof, I think it's also safe to say Battlefront 2 is hitting peak play counts since launch. I remember after several Clone Wars updates, I think it was around the time the Clone Commando came out, which was around September 2019, the developers were saying the game had a player count close to what it was about a month after launch in 2017. This was when The Last Jedi had just released, which feels like a lifetime ago now. But I think now, with these kinds of player counts, the game would have eclipsed that. There'd be more people playing Battlefront 2 either since launch or probably more than ever, if we're being honest. According to GameStat.com, a site which tracked PlayStation and Xbox player counts, Battlefront 2 has a total player count of 17.7 million players on PS4 and 9.4 million on Xbox. These aren't current players, these are players who've purchased or downloaded the game over its entire lifespan. Unfortunately, this site isn't updated anymore, so these numbers aren't completely up to date. They go up to November last year, but there'd likely be another spike in January with Battlefront 2's popularity, even on console. I've mentioned this before also recently, but Battlefront 2 was free on PlayStation Plus midway through last year, and this saw roughly 5 million new players join on PS4. So the fact that within a week there are nearly 20 million new PC players is just wow. More new PC players just joined in this entire week than the entire play count on PS4, which is What?
with a million more well on the way.
So just to summarize, Battlefront 2 has more people playing than ever and is hitting record engagement online since the game's launch. And all of this is coming nearly a year after the game was still being supported with updates. So why such an incredible spike now? Why are there more people interested in playing Battlefront 2 now than there were, say, a few months ago, or even just as the game's support ended? There's a couple reasons for this, and I don't think it's just because the game was free for a week on PC. There's a bit of a gap in Star Wars gaming releases at the moment. The last Star Wars game to release was of course Star Wars Squadrons, and this satisfied a niche of Star Wars gamers, but that's just it. Squadrons is a niche game made for a sub-community of Star Wars fans. It's not for everyone. But Battlefront 2 is kind of your everyman Star Wars game. You've got large-scale multiplayer, you've got vehicle gameplay, space combat, there's hero gameplay, 3 different Star Wars eras, there's role-playing features, there's offline game modes, co-op, and a single player with additional DLC. It's a lot of game in a single title, and right now, as several new Star Wars games are being announced, and we're still waiting on the next release, which will hopefully be LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Star Wars fans need something to play. Enter a Battlefront 2 free promo on Epic Games Store. Suddenly, millions of new players are given the ultimate, most detailed, most versatile Star Wars game ever made. Yes, I just said that. And even though there's no new content, there's so much to explore if you're new, and so much to revisit if you've had the game since it first released over 3 years ago. Battlefront 2 is doing a great job of fulfilling what so many Star Wars fans want right now, and beyond this, we still don't really know what we're getting. Sure, there's the new LEGO Star Wars, but again, this isn't for everyone. Not everyone likes LEGO. Not sure why, not sure how you can't like LEGO, I'm just kidding. There's Jedi Fallen Order sequel, but again, even though this will have a larger player base than Squadrons, it falls into the action-adventure platformer niche, which is a larger niche, sure, but still not for everyone. The Jedi series sets out to give you the Jedi experience, and that's not what all Star Wars fans want. Some people prefer, the immersive Clone Wars large-scale action, and that's what Battlefront 2 does. And of course, we have the new open-world game in the works from Ubisoft, but that won't be released for a long time yet. If you think about it, there honestly might never be another Star Wars game like Battlefront 2 ever released. When you take a step back and realize the scope of Battlefront 2, everything the game offers, even another Battlefront title might not fulfill everything this game has become. Even a Battlefront 3 might not live up to what Battlefront 2 is right now. There's years of content here in this game. And then I had a thought. Would Battlefront 2 be as popular right now if it was still being supported with updates? This, I think, is quite interesting, because part of the reason for Battlefront 2's recent popularity is because Star Wars fans are desperate for new Star Wars games. Battlefront 2 is the best of what we currently have. Like I said, it satisfies the broadest Star Wars audience, all in a single game. But let's say the game wasn't free on Epic, and instead was still receiving updates. There's no way there'd be 19 million new players within a week, but instead, I think it'd still have its core community along with new players joining for the new content. There could have been Mandalorian tie-in content, Clone Wars Season 7, Book of Boba Fett, and so much more. But how much bigger could the game possibly be? Already one of the largest in Star Wars gaming history. I've talked about this before, but I'm not sure it was even possible for DICE to keep adding more content without breaking the game. Download size is already over 100 gigabytes, and on PS4 and Xbox One, on that generation of console gaming, I'm not sure a game that's much bigger would be supported. I'm not really across all of these back-end technicalities, but I know bigger updates and bigger games can cause stability issues. But I'd love to know what you think. Would Battlefront 2 be as popular as it is right now if it was still receiving updates? And were you surprised about the sheer amount of new players? 19 million. I never expected that many.
With a million more well on the way.
Now, Battlefront 2 is an incredibly detailed game, and I just made a video with 10 details and Easter eggs you might have missed or might not have noticed in Battlefront 2. You can watch that video here. And go and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord for lots more Star Wars gaming news and gaming updates, and everything Star Wars and Battlefront related. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.